Welcome back, and this is Daybreak Extra coming to you from our studios here in Abuja. And like I said, this is the time that we all have been waiting for. I want to talk about if you are witnessing a decline in goods and quality and quantity. You know, when you go to the market, you see that you're paying for goods, you know, in higher price and then for a lesser quantity. So that's what we want to look at. How is that affecting you? Nigeria, with a population of over 200 million people, has a vast and growing consumer market. However, the country has witnessed a disturbing trend in recent years, a decline in the quality and quantity of goods available in the market. This decline has far-reaching implications for consumers, businesses, and the economy as a whole. So yeah, if you agree with me on that, you know, there's a lot to, you know, consume at this point, even with the whole situation, the economy crashing, you know, inflation everywhere, food crisis, you know, there's a lot. And then when you go to the market just to purchase certain things that you need, certain, you know, necessities that you need in the house, they are very, very expensive. Some are even probably expired, you know, and then some are just, you know, too expensive. And then when you go home and you open, you just see a little bit of what you have just paid for. And a lot of people are actually complaining about that. This is because in Nigeria, the pressing concern is what is affecting the daily lives of consumers, the competitiveness of businesses, and the overall performance of the economy. You know, this is for us to set the stage for this conversation. And definitely, like my co-uncle said earlier, we are going to have someone coming to us from Sun, you know, to discuss further on this particular topic. But then, do well to call us, you know, and tell us how you feel about this, how this is affecting you, you know, and what you think the government should do at this point. Summayya, what's your take?
Oh, my take is I am tired of buying sachet milk and seeing it at the bottom of the sachet. And it's like when I was in secondary school, it was a bit closer to the top. But then right now, all of a sudden, it is at the bottom of the it's like somebody just took a nylon, blew some air into it, and decided to carry half teaspoon and pour it and then seal it, and then you're paying a chunk load of money for that. So it breaks my heart that with each day you buy some things, you buy you know, other beverages, if you're talking about the one in a container, and then you're buying it for a huge amount of money, but then you literally open it and it's at the middle. It's
exactly. You know, I've always complained.
It's crazy.
Let me tell you the funny thing, right? This I have noticed for a very long time. I think way back 2027, 2028, when I opened a tin milk, and then I noticed that I screenshotted. I was like, who fetched my milk? Because this is not what I'm paying for. This wasn't how it was before. So why is this happening? Where are we getting it wrong? You know, the manufacturers, is it because of the inflation? Is it because of the economy? If that's the case, then change the design or the brand, but then so that you can give people the quantity that they are paying for. And tell
people we're cutting it, and this is the reason why.
You know, possibly because don't maintain the same thing, the same brand, the same thing and everything, but then what we see is below what we're expecting, you know. And then you go to the market, you go to some supermarket, you see some expired goods, you know, that probably they've changed dates of the expired goods and then put it back on the shelf for people to come and buy, you know, just because they want to make sure they get their monies.
Yeah.
You know, which is totally really wrong at this point. But then we have actually our reporter in Kaduna, Bello Musa, has gone out to see what, you know, consumers and marketers would have wanted to say, even though they didn't want to talk to us initially. But then the consumers and what they are saying. Take a look at this report.
Consumers in Kaduna are worried over the influx of expired commodities in the market. They lament the inability of the authority to checkmate the activities of street vendors.
There is no two way about it. It's either a product became expired, especially when maybe for long storage of that particular product or short expiring date. And that is why they normally say best before 3 months.
As preventive measures, Consumers now check manufacturing and expiring dates of commodities before purchases.
When you buy a product and you discover that that product is expired, it's for you to return it back to where you bought it.
If I see product that is expired, I'm not using the expired the product name.
Though many traders in Kaduna Metropolis declined comments, but Haruna Hanafi, a food and beverages seller, has this to say. Few days ago, I bought expired products and I only realized after I brought them to my shop, so I had to return them. Since then, I always ensure that the product I buy is not expired. Some traders allege that many big shops dispose expired goods at the end of the year at cheaper rate to avoid losses. Bello Musa, Trust TV News Kaduna.
Well, there you have it. That's the report from Bello Musa. Even though, like I said earlier, Summayya, marketers, some of them actually refused to grant the interview, but we were able to get the consumers because the consumers are more important at this point, because these are marketers. They want to sell their products, the products they purchase.
I don't think they even needed to be scared, because at the end of the day, we all want a healthy situation. We all want a healthy Nigeria, good product, and sometimes the chain of sending bad product does not start from the marketers. Sometimes it starts from the manufacturers, and all of that. So it's always good to attack a problem. Nobody is attacking them. We're attacking the problem and trying to find possible solution. All right, let's pick our first call. Good morning. Good morning. All right, I think we lost that call. Please go ahead, call us
good
back.
Morning.
All right, good morning. Your name and where you're calling us from.
My name is Fatima calling from Eduguri.
Fatima, it's good to have you this morning.
Thank you. Fatima Dawati.
Closely.
No, okay, I feel left out at this point. But go ahead.
Okay, you see, about this topic, this thing is becoming rampant. And it was only God will save us. Because people, they are looking after profit. They don't mind what hardship they will push their brothers and sisters. This is attitude of Nigerians. You see, in this country, I can remember some times ago, they have discovered revalidating machine. Where if a product expired, they will fix another date for his for that expiration. And this thing, I think, the agencies and the organizations that were that they should checkmate this thing, they have to start firm. And secondly, the government have to introduce law, the law that will forbid holding a store. And individual and top marketers, they have stores. If they store these goods and it will be expired before they sell, they don't know when it will expire. They keep it in the store. The expiration date will reach before they bring out the goods and they will be sold in the market. They don't care. They don't want to lose. So they will take it to the market and sell it. Because we have blind marketers who are not checking the date of the expiration date. They will just purchase and sell to customers. And a majority of our customers, they just buy things without checking the the expiration date. Please, I will advise the Nigerians, whatever you will buy, check the expiration date first. Because and secondly, you are the issue of the quantity. You will see nowadays the quantity of the goods have been reduced drastically. You will buy things, it's not up to the quantity that you have been expecting before. So we have this case is rampantly, honestly.
Indeed, it is. Thank you so much, Fatima, for that. So yeah, indeed, that was the first thing that came to mind because he did cover the quality and the quantity as well. Yeah, there was one thing I've noticed: Nigerians are not really keen on, which is holding people accountable. If you go buy some things, and sometimes even when the expiration date is really far from what is written there, people, and you taste it and it's bad, people don't return it. They just take it as, all right, fine, it's a loss.
Well, you know,
meant, but they will not return it.
Yeah, so
I've seen Nigerians do
talking
that.
about this, I've seen a woman that, you know, bought one drinks that we normally give to children and stuff like that on one of the social medias. And, you know, she was saying that it's bad. She actually gave it to her children going to school. And people were like, how did you know it's bad? Until she kept opening and opening. And then she was putting it on a plate until we saw that, you know, you could see some slimy and stuff.
God.
So imagine you have already purchased this, let's say a week ago, just so you could keep it at home and be giving your kids when they are going to school and stuff like that. And then, like you said, when you open a product that you bought and you taste it and you notice that the taste is not the same as, you know, the previous one that you've used, definitely it means something is wrong. The color changes when it's about to expire, even though I was told that when something expires, it still takes like 3 months or 2 months before you can finally discard it. But then I feel that is happening to certain products, not all products. You know, because there are some products that once it's expired, the change in the color, you know, the taste and everything, you can't even take it, you can't even use it. So what do you do at this point? Take it back, get your money back, if possible report it, that, you know, something like that is happening. Let's pick this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Please, can you speak up a bit louder?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Your name and location, please.
Yeah, I'm Ahmed Baba from Makurdi, Benue State.
All right. Thank you so much, Ahmed, for joining us. Go ahead. What do you think?
Yes, what I would say is it all boils down to corruption and that is happening in Nigeria. You see, I as a person, there's a product. I bought a roofing sheet from a factory. And I discovered that the thing was far below what I paid for. I took up the matter with this and I told them I was going to report them officially. And the party people got us to beg me. This thing is that the government knows the agencies are responsible to checkmate these people. These producers, they will go and bribe them. The bribery and corruption that is taking place in Nigeria is really taking effect on these things. Like as one of the callers said, you buy something and the quantity, the content will be even less than half of what it's supposed to be. And if these people are caught, they don't nab that and the standard organization, they are just there making money. They know these people. When this thing is taken to them, how many of them have ever been arrested and prosecuted and disciplined? Just like in every other thing. Corruption. It's unfortunate. The worst thing is people producing something that is, apart from low standard, the quantity, the low standard. People produce something that will eventually affect the user. And when this is reported, the agencies are listening. They will treat it with levity. And these people are there because every market, the quantity of, the quality of the product being sold are far below what it used to be, aside from the quantity. It's unfortunate. And all these things is just corruption. The agencies know, but how many of these companies or producers are being sanctioned? And let people know. You see, changing the date, even they know. Even if they are reported, they are not being disciplined. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Ahmed, for that. You know, Fatima has also made mention of, changing the dates, like we rightly mentioned earlier. When it's like about to expire, you'll be wondering how they even get to think about that. Like, Ahmed also said, it's corruption. You are, aside from the government, let's not just say the government is always corrupt, but the people are also
speaking about the people. Ahmed, this previous caller talked about the fact that Nigerian the agencies are not really doing their work. But as much as we want to blame the agencies, you know, here we try to balance the whole thing, saying if you want a greater country, then everybody has to be all hands on deck. Yes. I feel like Nigerians too are not really helping matters. And let's be honest, we are the consumers. We are the people that you can take these things and it would be a long decade of health problem being
infused into
in your
system.
own system until, you know, it goes to a very bad situation and we're hearing of a new disease that you never know because of eating and consuming expired products. I feel like Nigerians don't push. We have for the longest time, because these agencies, Fatima, if you go to, if they're charging you for something, they need eyewitnesses. They need evidence. People, they need evidence. They need people to say, we saw this and it's expired. They need to, the agencies, honestly, where I would fold them, it's not checking on the quantity. Because this quantity is clear. Nobody needs to go and tell you the quantity.
No, I'm sure by now they know. Also.
They know
because they go around checking. Like Ahmed mentioned, the Standard Organization. Well, one of them is actually coming this morning.
The quantity is reducing. You know, so that I would blame them for. But then when it comes to the quality, when it comes to things expired and all of that, we need to keep record it, take it to them, push it, continue to push, make sure at least these people, they find through the chain that is being moved to sell this thing. Because while some people's immune system is stronger, other people's is very weak. And this leads to a very bad situation for
then possibly, you know, with maybe for some people, when you put a lot of money to purchase certain things and then you find out that it's almost about to expire, or, you know, as far as I go to buy things in the supermarket or the mall, the first thing I check is the date, and when I notice that it's remaining 2 or 3 months to expire, I don't even take it. I try to look for others and then possibly tell any one of them, this is about to expire, why are you keeping it there? You know, I've actually done that, you know. So let's pick this call. Hello, good morning. Okay, can you please cut down the volume of your TV so that we can get to hear you, or stay away from your screen?
Okay, good morning. My name is Joseph Mamwan Palang from Plateau State.
Obviously. Thank you so much, Joseph, for joining us. Go ahead. What's your take? Can you please stay away from the TV, because there's a delay.
Stay away from
your TV. You're waiting to hear from us before you say something.
I have an issue.
Go ahead.
Okay, I have an issue on this kind of product. We farmers in Plateau State, we use herbicide and other chemical fertilizer and other herbicides in order to apply in our farming. And so at the time, I went to buy a herbicide, one of a liter of it. And then man told me that this one is not good. You will not sell it for me. That this one has a problem. And you're not going to work for me, but you will give me the original product, which I will be satisfied in using it. Then I told him that what's the difference between this one, the good one, and the bad one. He said he cannot tell it. He cannot tell me the difference unless the retailer, that's them that they used to sell the product, they know the original one and the bad one. I was like, okay, what about people that, because when I was there in the shop, many people came and they just buy and he give it to them. But while I asked him that I need a good one, and then he said that he will give me the best one, because then I said, okay, give me that one that you said is so good. He said he will not give it to me because I will complain it that one is not good. So please, I want to know, I want to tell you people that to tell this government or the agencies that there are people that sells the product that is fake. The deadline is clean. In fact, the product is not expired. It has more years again. But the product are not good. In fact, most of my people that we live together, they complain that these days, in fact, they have been into troubles of using different type of herbicide, and their herbicide is not working. The farm, when they apply it, you will not see any good result. You will not see any better thing that is coming up in the farm. These kind of foliar fertilizers, many people just, in fact, they use this kind of different things They just make it in order to make their money. So many people use substances to make their money, in which they cheat people, cheat farmers, cheat the nation. Please let the standard organization, they should check every good, and they should check every production of people that are used to produce this herbicide and whatsoever, any product in the market, that let them check, because seriously people are into crying, because in fact many are causing these people that are selling things in the market. They used to sell fake products. The deadline of the expiring date is okay. You have more again. In fact, one of the products that you buy, I bought last time, it has in fact remained 2 years before it expires. But when I apply it, there is not any effect on the land or any good result. So please, we want the government to do something about this kind of people, because our money is getting worse. We are suffering ourselves, more especially to sell product for us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Joseph. Thank you.
I appreciate you. When we really asked the question, have you witnessed it?
This is the witness.
Yes, Joseph said, I have witnessed it firsthand.
He's a living witness.
Indeed.
And he just told us.
If there is anything this has taught us, Fatima, is the fact that we are actually facing a very serious situation. And it's not something that is jokingly. Talking about this now, we're talking about, first of all, we think only packaged products get affected. But right now, Joseph just made it clear that fertilizers or pesticides and all of that, if infused, if it is already rough, imagine what it would impact on the crop.
I think in every product that we have, there's a fake in it. So okay, we have a caller. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Are you still with us? Okay, hello, good morning. Your name and location, please.
My name is Chuku.
Okay, Chuku. From where?
Calling from Ebonyi State.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us from Ebonyi. Tell us what the situation is like.
All right. Ebonyi is calm. We're enjoying ourselves.
So, what do you have to say about the topic?
Yeah, let me appreciate you for this wonderful program.
Thank you so much.
We'll be looking for a means to let the government know of suffering. There is nothing produced in Nigeria that lasts for 10 years when we talk about quality and quantity. Let me start with the fuel that we are talking about. You push your mind back, we discover that in those years, fuel, you don't take light or fire close to fuel. It must have some distance, and the fuel will catch fire. But these days, you take fire and put inside the fuel before the fuel will spark. Most of the problem we're having today with our vehicles is because of this fuel, bad fuel, adulterated fuel. Now, you discover that even spaghetti, when it comes newly, one pack of it will serve the family. But today, the size has reduced, and when you try to prepare one pack, you discover that it's nothing. There is no taste. There is nothing in it. Do you know, I bought this tin milk. This tin watering this one that what how they call it? This tin milk now.
Yeah.
So I bought that tin milk and opened it. I discovered that it's no longer filled up. It's no longer filled up, and again it's watery. Before, if you open tin milk, you discover that when I try to pour it, there's this thickness. But these days, and it will be full. But these days, it will be watery, and you only see half of it inside the can. So nothing lasts in this country in as much as it's made in Nigeria. The so-called Standard Organization of Nigeria and the NAFDAC, they don't know what they are doing. It's only good that will help us in this country. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
The blame. Anyway, the Standard Organization of Nigeria, they are coming today. One of the assistant directors is coming to answer to some of the questions that you already have. So I'm sure you're going to stick around to hear what they're going to say about this a lot much later. Maybe just not too long from now. But then, Summayya, everyone is actually accurate with their information because they have seen these things, because they are witnesses. Why we see these things is because we every day purchase these things that we use in the house. Be it the milk, like you mentioned, be it the, cocoa, whatever it is that you want to use. You're always buying these products, so you already know when you open them what you're going to see. In the office a couple of weeks ago, a colleague of mine came to meet me and said, "What's this?" And he just bought a coffee that he wanted to take, and he just saw that the quantity has reduced, and then he came and then put it at the bottom of it. I was like, "What's this?" I said, "Well, that's the coffee you want to take." So it's crazy. And these are things that we used to buy for, let's say, maybe nothing less than 20, 30 naira. Now it's going for 100, 150, 200 in some areas. Normal things that people could easily purchase and, just have a feel that, oh, I'm taking something that I would love to take. That feel is not there anymore because the taste is not the same. The quantity is not the same. And then some of the products are still expired that they are selling to these consumers. And because you're a consumer, a lot of people, you made mention of something and I wanted to talk about it. I think there's a lot of, sorry to say the word, illiteracy about this particular issue for so many people. They don't know what they need to look out for. They don't know what they need to check. Some people don't even know where the date is or what it means for the dates because they don't write it in full. You just see EXP, BB, and people don't really understand what those means, and then so they don't know what they are actually watching out for. Definitely. So, but then this is the reason why we are here, and this is why we're doing this, for people to get to know and have the information.
Yes, they should. Sometimes they should best before, and they use BB, and that way okay, this is for
best before this
indeed. And honestly, while we were creating, we want to get your take on all of this first before we bring in the experts on this, is to help you understand the implications of all of this. But if there is anything that this has shown, the clarity is that it goes across everything. We saw a caller talking about beverages. We saw another caller talking about farm produce, like things that could affect farm produce. We've seen a lot of people showing concern about how produce of farms sometimes are spoiled before the due time, and it's because of maybe fake fertilizers or pesticides being used. And we saw another caller talking about how the quality of even petroleum has become. And honestly, while he was saying it, I actually remembered. Before, from afar, you could perceive the smell of petrol. You could see the gas on the air. It's like a mirage on the air.
And and the colors are changing. Some you see it looking a bit reddish. Some is looking a bit yellowish. You can't even say which is good, which is fake now. And these are the things that people really need to watch out for.
And it's
do
really
research.
Breaks our heart.
Yes, do a lot of research. Go on your phones. Do a lot of research to know the certain things that you need to.
Indeed.
Put in your cars, put in your homes, even in your stomachs, because these are things that makes you who you are at the end of the day. These are daily things that we need, basics in the house, in wherever it is you're going to be, at the end of the day.
Yeah. So we have few messages we're supposed to go through. But anyways, I'm going to read them because I don't know if our director is ready to put them on the screen. Which have to take messages. Few of them. I think people have sent. We told them send messages, right? So this one is saying, I'm Wanga Ubebe from Benue. Almost all manufactured food products have had their quantities and qualities significantly reduced. And I'm surprised that both the NAFDAC and the Sun are so silent about this. It is time the government takes action against those two agencies. I don't think definitely the agencies would answer for themselves. We have one person that would talk about that. And then also we have to do our own quota. Someone say on the decline in the goods of quality and quantity of goods, the case of expiring goods in the market, what we must take into account is that this current terrible policy is majorly responsible, because I don't think it's right for us to blame government policies on humans' mind, and we already know Nigerians, some of us are looking for excuse to take advantage of each other, saying that this is because we purchase very low, but we have low purchasing power, so citizens of our country are rendering them incapable of levels of purchase they usually can do. This results in produced goods remaining in warehouses longer than usual, which is leading to more expiring dates. Now, this is from Henry from Kaduna. Thank you so much for that message. Taking another message, said she's Fatima from Gombe. Yes, this is serious. The decline in quantity and quality of goods has unfortunately increased in the price of the same product. It is okay if the price is high, but the quality and quantity remains the same, or even crashes, Fatima. But our agencies are just figurehead. In Nigeria, no one cares about us but Allah, and we also need to protect ourselves by watching out for what we eat. Our hunger should not be quenched with what will kill us. Indeed. Oh, that's a very beautiful line there. Mukhtar Caesar from Jos says, both of you are looking madame.
Well,
thank you so much. Indeed. I appreciate you. He said, we masses always want to go for quantity because of the quality is too expensive, that we can't afford it. That is why we don't check the expiry date. Only God would help the citizens. At the end of the day, right, just because people are seeking for quantity or quality over quantity does not give an excuse for people to produce something that's quality or sell something that is bad. It's one of the things that business owners should take risks of. If something goes bad, it's your loss. That is part of business risks. All right, last message we'll take this morning says, good morning. The use of NAFDAC, are they not only to control the quality of food, there should be penalties for vendors that keep expired products. What are they for? There should be also agencies that control the standard quantity of food, because there are no way to keep adding cost and reduce the quantity, including markets that sell rice and compromise a mudu. This is from Sayyidi Ali from Sayyidi Ali Buddha. I think it's from Bidam Minarada. He said standard measures should be protected at all costs, even if the price can be changed by the seller. This is the most amazing messages we've seen from you.
This message came handy with the picture that is displaying, talking about this, because, this is beautiful, by the way. We just hope that things are actually packaged this way, and it's not going to be that expensive for people to purchase.
Truly. And if at all, it's going to be pricey, it should be of good quality, quantity and quality.
Exactly, because from the pictures we are seeing, it looks good in the eye. Let it not be the case of what I ordered for versus what I got.
Indeed. That has been the case for Nigeria
a lot of times.
Yeah, but then we'll dissect more of this. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, it will be time for us to talk with someone from the Sun to dissect this situation and for you to be more enlightened on this. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.